I don't know what to chat minutes now. I didn't know I was going to work till after I did it. Really? Really? No, I did not.
Welcome to YAJ. Welcome to YAJ.
What's up, spiritual brothers and sisters? On a
Saturday,
January 25th,
2020.
2020.
Okay.
I want to say what's up to the grandbaby who wants to be on the show again. I love my daughter and both my grandbabies. And thank you, Susie, for being the loving mother that you are. And thank you for having my firstborn.
And loving to your grandchildren.
And loving to my grandchildren. And before I begin, we got a full house tonight, except for Bradley still on vacation. But I want to say I'm kind of disappointed. And all those who join in later or see the show later, I'm disappointed because you all made a uproar about these gun rights. And like I said, I'm not a gun advocate. And honestly, do I really want to waste my time trying to get a gun? But from what I saw, it's not bad. They're not asking no one that's already sane to turn your guns in. None of you. So I don't know what y'all were doing. The whole thing.
They're talking about they're going to come. If you have certain guns, they will come and get them.
If you are deemed mentally unfit.
Okay, but still, you might have some guns that are automatic that they might take away from you.
If you're mentally unfit.
How do you know if somebody's mentally unfit?
I don't know because
there are people out here that can look at you and be calm as a cucumber.
Well, they say all black people are mentally unfit.
Go crazy.
They say all black people are mentally unfit, but yet we always mentally fit to stand trial. They say all Hispanics are mentally unfit, but they're mentally fit to stand trial. Only white people are mentally unfit. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, they get the claims and everything. My whole thing is I understand what people are saying. I got what people are saying. But what I'm saying is no mentally ill person needs to have a gun. Because otherwise, what do they normally do? They either kill themselves or harm someone else. That's all I'm saying. That's all that's all government is saying. And I agree with that. Because guess what? There are a lot of people who do what? Do some mentally unstable things. But there are people who hide behind that who just pure evil.
Mm-hmm. There sure is some out there like that.
And, no matter how much we sit here and we talk about it, think about it, do about it, because no, do anybody really want someone to come into their child's school and shoot them up with an AR-15? We already had one. Everybody seems to forget what happened at Virginia Tech. I don't forget what happened at Virginia Tech. I was watching TV that day when it happened. Everybody, 33 died that day. 33 young lives died that day.
Well, I believe it. There's been a lot of people that's died in a lot of countries through gun, in schools, in colleges, in church, and all that.
I'm just, like I said.
And it's just get to the point it's getting bad.
I just, like I said, I understand. I totally get it. But you can't have it both ways. No. You cannot have this both ways. You can't have someone keep crying about protect our children, and then all of a sudden somebody runs into a building and shoots it up. Then you're talking about you want gun laws.
Well, true.
You can't have it both ways. It's either one or the other. We'll talk about this subject again another day because believe me when I tell you, I want everybody's opinion on this because the whole thing about it is I'm not a gun advocate. My partner over here is. She's not a gun advocate.
No, I'm not.
But the whole thing about it is I don't get it. You can't have it both ways. The thing that I really want to talk about.
Sorry,
Really?
I got choked up on something. Is that a problem?
Anyway.
Do you have a problem with
No,
that?
I don't.
Okay.
Dang. What? Here's something. I was looking at something that I shared to my story, and I noticed a lot of people like looking at my story because I tried to share some good things and some things that are knowledgeable. And I shared something about a 65, not 65, but they were talking about briefly, look on my story, about a woman or someone who dies after working many years. I know a few people who did. One is my father, who worked many years at one job collecting the pension, only to die before the pension even hits, before they were ever to retire. And the thing that I want everybody to understand is this. Your congressman, whether they're right or wrong, both Republican and Democrat, since everybody want to point the fingers only at the Democrat, but your Republican parties, whether they're right or wrong, collect, not only do they collect their full pension from the Senate or the House or Congress, but they also get Social Security.
We get Social Security.
And believe me when I tell you, their Social Security checks are never going to be nothing like ours. They probably get their full pension and their full Social Security, how much they make. They probably get about a good $3,000-$4,000 a month. And they get free medical because they retired as a congressman.
Don't get me started on that medical stuff because I'm going to tell you what.
That's a subject another day.
Yes, it is.
But what I'm trying to tell you is this. Look it all up, man. Look it all up. Believe me. You think Paul Ryan, after he left the House, do you seriously think Paul Ryan, not only does he gets to collect his pension from being a House of Representatives, or what is that? What was Paul Ryan? House Speaker? Hello? What was Paul Ryan? House Speaker? Paul Ryan was a House Speaker. He gets his full pension from being House Speaker. Then when he turns of age to collect Social Security from whatever job he's been working at, dude's going to be making bank. And his 401k.
Yep.
Think about that for a moment. While you're struggling with $1,200 a month from Social Security after working for 50 plus years or 30 plus years, think about that for a moment. Think about that. You work hard for peanuts. In return, you get peanuts. They work less on nothing, but get a balloon effect of pension. Think about that for a moment.
I don't want peanuts, I want cashews.
Think about that for a moment. Do the math. Google it. You get nothing when you retire, no matter how hard you work. Even then, you're not even guaranteed to be alive when you retire. I have known people who died a day before their pension, before they collected one check. I know 3 people that died after working 50 plus years, 60 plus years. I had a guy, I knew his name, and I loved him to death. And he kept telling me, yep, I got 2 more weeks to retire. Well, he died in 2 weeks before his retirement. And he got to collect nothing. Look it up. People, we do this for a reason.
Yeah, but does his wife get it?
He wasn't married. He was divorced.
Well, then sometimes that one gets it.
I don't know. It depends on how you set everything up.
Sure.
And ground beef is being recalled in 9 states. I don't understand this coronavirus, but it's coming from over there somewhere.
China.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, China's got something big going on right now.
Yeah, somebody told me it's because they eat a lot of unnatural stuff. But I'm not here to go there because The whole
No,
thing
not
about
there.
it
We
is
don't live there.
look, guys. What have we been telling you for 2 years, going on 3 years now? That all these movies who keep telling you about these people, one person needs to bring one virus. That's it, to infect a population. Resident Evil. All you need is one person to
That's when the zombies
catch
come out.
this virus, and it turned everybody into zombies in a matter of weeks, months, and a full year that the whole world was engulfed in it. Walking Dead. You see where I'm going with this?
Bring
One
it back
person.
Back to the Future. We got certain things that were in Back to the Future that's we have now. Certain movies pretty much have come true. Only thing we haven't got there yet is Star Wars.
What?
You didn't pay attention to the thing I said, did you?
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said Back to the Future and Star Wars.
You didn't listen in between of all that, did you? No, you did. Future is what's out there now. Some of the things that's been done happening Back in the Future movie, we have here now. The only thing we don't have is Star Wars. All that stuff. And us riding in those spaceships and those walking whatever big machine things and all that. So yeah.
Okay. All right, play us out.
You know Robert Langhorne?
YAJ.
Star Wars.
The people, Susie, Ray, Lisa, Vanessa, Malin, is that Malin? And Robert. He's a big man. You a big man?
I'm Chewbacca.
You know I'm here, dude. You know I'm here. Got to check you out, my brother. Check him out.
Welcome to YA.